What up, what up? Welcome back. Sneaker History Podcast. 3-man crew tonight, today, whenever you're watching this, for my starting five. And we're just going all in. This is going to be the one for the ages, if you will. But how you guys doing?
Doing well, Nick. How are you, Robbie?
Does anybody else ever cycle through? I know, Rohit, you're on Windows, but you cycle through your Launchpad just looking for the Apple fucking mail. There it is. So you can click out of it so you don't get clicks when you're trying to record audio. I'm good. I just can never find stuff in that bottom wheel, man. Like, I am the worst.
That is probably the number one stress-causing, anxiety-ridden thing out of this Zoom era, if you will. Like trying to find the leave button or the appropriate button when you're on one of these Zooms.
Right. Yeah.
How about you, Nick? How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited for this little conversation we're about to have. I think it's going to be really entertaining.
I'm not going to lie. Maybe it's because I thought of it. It's probably the best my starting five idea we've ever had. So, coincidence, maybe.
It's a pretty high bar to clear, but I think you're right, Robbie. I think you've definitely cleared it with this topic today.
So, if you're familiar with what we do here, every Friday we do the My Starting Five or Our Starting Five, and we pick in like snake draft style. If you've ever played fantasy football, you know what I'm talking about. Snake style draft to pick a collection or a roster of players or things. So this week we're doing 5 signature athletes with shoes, aka your Michael Jordan with Nike, your Kobe Bryant's with Adidas. I would like to say that we should have like Kobe Adidas and Kobe Nike, 2 different things.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
That makes sense.
Yep.
We're in agreement. Okay, cool. So that type of deal. We couldn't come to a conclusion who got the first pick because it's kind of like the 2003 NBA draft. Whoever wins the top picks taking LeBron, right? It doesn't matter how good Carmelo is or D-Wade, you're picking LeBron. So we need to go through the classic feud disputer, the rock, paper, scissors. Dun, dun, dun. So we're doing it on air live. And we're going to do it on shoot. Make sure your hands are visible. Present yourselves. All right. 3, 2, 1. Shoot.
Damn it. He did this
That's
to
a
us
sideways
pregame,
paper.
too. We deserve to lose.
Let's
Seriously.
just spin it that way, and we'll call it flat because we had to do it. I don't think LeBron's going to be the number one pick today, though. In that, example I just gave, number one overall pick is one Michael Jeffrey Jordan. He is not my favorite player of all time. I've made this known a million times. Sneaker History's Instagram audience takes a hit sometimes when I post about it. But a golden goose is a golden goose, baby. I'm taking that Jordan line. Everything I could ever want. I can get training. I can get signature. I can get performance. I can get retro. All day.
No, I think
Jordan
that's
brand.
the logical pick to go. I mean,
True.
not only that, you get every other signature athlete underneath that brand, do you not? Because Jordan brand is own company. No, probably.
Ooh, do we play that rule? I didn't think anybody was going to go for
what?
the Chris Paul line or the Russell Westbrook line of us.
You know what? In case anybody from Jordan brand is listening, it's an all or nothing thing.
Is
And I
it?
think that's probably the greatest value you can get for the number one overall pick because with all due respect to Chris Paul, Carmelo Anthony, Russell Westbrook, I don't think anybody's clamoring to have those shoes in their top 5, but I could be wrong.
Melo's on my bench.
Melo's
But
on your bench.
I'll pull somebody else out.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. But all right, then who's going? I think you two need to play now for seconds.
Okay, let's do
All
it.
right.
You call it, Robbie.
All right. 3, 2, 1, shoot. Guys, there's more than one than Rock. This is the third time you've both selected Rock. All right.
This is my signature move.
3, 2, 1, shoot.
All right. I mean, I can't not pick Allen Iverson.
Right, you have to.
Wow.
Yep, I know it's off the norm, off the status quo. There's probably better choices, but given the breadth of signature sneakers that are out there, if I had to choose one person to wear their shoes the rest of my life that had to be a signature shoe, it would be Iverson's. So
I think he's top 5 longest lines ever, too. So Well, I think Kevin Durant's getting long in the tooth, so that's.
Yeah.
They were saying KD, Jordan, and LeBron are the only ones with 14-plus signatures now.
Well, still a great choice, Nick.
No, I think you won over the streets with that pick, Nick. And yeah, I mean, you also get the cool Jadakiss commercials, which, spoiler alert, maybe we'll do that down the line of greatest hip hop sneaker collabs.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I like that pick. I'm fortunate because I get the reach around pick. And you know what? Give me the two pillars of modern basketball. I'll go Kobe and LeBron as my 3 and my 4.
Man.
I just think
Yeah.
it kind of stumbled into it, but I'll take it, especially because everything kind of went as we expected. Although Nick threw a little bit of a spanner in the works, I'll gladly go with that. But I think it's back to you, Nick.
I knew AI was going to go top 3. Let me clarify something, though. We've all selected basketball by chance. This is open to training, your Agassi, your baseball stuff, your football stuff, whatever you want to throw in. If it's a signature athlete with the signature shoe, he's in the list. Or she, because Cheryl Swoops could also be in here too. So yeah.
If I could
Go
get
on ahead,
Cheryl
Serena.
Swoops on my size, then I would say, yeah, she's in my top 5, actually. But because they were never made big enough, I'm going to go with Penny Hardaway.
Go Penny.
All right,
Very,
Robbie.
very, very good choice. Very good choice. Man, I'm even to this time coming out of my mouth, it's kind of hard to think about who I want to go with as the second pick. Because once you have those, I think Penny finishes out the last, best of the best signature lines in, basketball, really, ever. So now I kind of feel like we have to transfer or transition to another sport. I am not the biggest, but since it's snaking, I kind of have to. I'm going to have to take Griffey. I just saw the fresh waters were stupid expensive on StockX, like $500.
What?
And I forgot I had them. They're my 2021 pair. I literally bought them and forgot. So I kind of messed up there. But for my second one, I guess my next pick, the reach around, wrap around, if you will, I'm going to have to go with T-Mac, man. T-Mac was so formative in my growing up years. The line got weird, but everybody's line gets weird, so there's really no shade on that. But the T-Mac 2 and 3, and even the 4 has more basketball family memories. But the 2 and the 3, summer school PE, wearing those shoes, having to walk the track in Las Vegas summers, it's 120 out, and I'm wearing freaking patent leather shoes. It is what it is. But yeah, I got to go with T-Mac.
All right.
Adidas, to clarify. But yeah.
Yes.
I'm back on. I'm going to go.
You are back.
Man, I got to go away from basketball too, but I'm going to go. I think Griffey would have been my choice, but I'm going to go with Deion Sanders.
You not nice person.
Beat from Deion.
He's just got too many and played for the Giants, and the 49ers. How can I not?
It totally makes sense. I'm jealous. That's a great pick. So it's me next, and I guess continuing this non-basketball wave, I'll go OG. I'll go Bo Jackson line. I think that's me kind of meeting that criteria. And then for my wraparound, because that's a far more appealing term than reach around, and it's got sports connotations, you know what? I'm going to go kind of sleeper range. Give me the Grant Hill Fila line.
What?
That's what I was going to go with.
Man.
It's literally right here.
I'll trade
Really?
you. Oh, it's right there? Oh, you're pointing at my ear. Yes, it is in here. That's where I thought of it from.
No, it's on the wall behind me right here. All right. Wait, is it me again?
Yes.
It is you.
Oh, okay. I got to go Agassi then.
I thought you would be going there next.
I mean, if you haven't listened to the conversation that I had with Andrew, Sneaker Preservation Society, about the Agassi line, listen to that episode of the podcast and you'll know exactly why. Zoom Challenge, my brother and I were just obsessed with Agassi at that time, so definitely one of my favorites.
He speaks to a very certain type of person, very specific type of collector. He had to be there, right?
Agreed.
I wasn't there, so I've never really got it. That's why I say that. Like, over my head. It's so funny that I have two Adidas, and like Adidas basketball definitely, from a signature perspective, is not my favorite. But I got to go with the Kobe line, man. Since Rowett took the Nike stuff, I will happily still take some Crazy Eights and the Kobe. All that stuff now, Rowett, you have a pair of the Kobe's at your house.
Yes.
One of the more effed up shoes, man. But as time has gone on, I think it's so interesting to see that shoe and how it's grown on me aesthetically. And then I see stuff like, and this is no shade, like the LeBron 18 and 19. And I feel like they're trying to make it futuristic. And the Kobe 2 was just, the early 2000s was on some shit. Like, I don't know what they were, like Missy Elliott videos, just like everything was just so like, the future was really out there. Like their perception of the future was really out there. Like I now see Cybertruck. Like I get it. Like when I see the Kobe, I see a Cybertruck, and I think the Cybertruck is cool. So it's like that has aged so well. And I guess by proxy, right? I get like the dunk contest stuff that wasn't signature because it was a signature Kobe moment. I'm going to claim those regardless if you say yes or not. I will be claiming those. Okay. Now, for my last one, I kind of wanted to say the Brett Favre Nike stuff. And I kid you not. But I was like, that's kind of a deep, weird cut. No one really wants to, like, really go there.
I thought you were going Brett Favre Wranglers, and I was like, wow, you're taking it into apparel.
Nah, man, the Zoom Jet. It's something about the bug eyes. I mean, like, the Zoom Flight 95, those are great, too. The 96 are also fantastic. But the Zoom Jet, man, I've always loved that shoe. Brett Favre is whatever. But, like, I like that shoe so much that, like, I could almost consider it in, like, a signature all-time Nike stuff, especially with the options already taken. I'm getting long-winded. I'm not going to pick that. I'm going to take Kyrie stuff because pound for pound, there's stuff like the Zoom Jet. I love that one shoe, but then, like, everything else kind of sucks. Like, there's other lines. I thought about the Sensation just because I like that shoe. F. Chris Webber, you know this. But, like, there's not enough there. The Kyrie 1, 2, 3, and 4, I feel like were all, for the most part, 8 or above shoes in my book. And I owned all 4 of them. I stopped buying after the 4. I'm like, bro, Kyrie plays for the Celtics. You cannot buy this shoe. So now he's just too far gone. Nothing against him, but just once you start wearing that green, I stopped buying. And then it's just, I never got back on the train. But I think right now I have 4 pairs of Kyrie 2s in there. I have at least 1 pair of Kyrie 1s. I know I have 3 pairs of Kyrie 3s. Like, by my wallet, I have owned up to that Kyrie line. So, kind of have to take it.
All right.
No, I think that's also the shoe that, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, that seems to have the greatest crossover appeal, not only with the kids, but the ladies as well. I feel that Kyrie's done a lot for the WNBA in terms of using that as a platform to also promote his shoes, but more importantly, the inclusivity of basketball. So I think that's a fantastic pick, Robbie.
I don't mean this in a bad way, but just the aesthetic definitely does go into both gender ranges. Like, if you like kind of just color, like, you know, it doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl, like the Kyrie stuff kind of is going to work for you.
Like his handle, the shoes are fluid.
Very.
All right, Nick, what's your last pick?
I'm going to go a little bit, again, outside of probably what people would expect, but I have to go with the S Koston line. I think, like,
great pick.
What, 7, 8, 9 shoes from S are
great pick.
Arguably outside of Vans, I think that's like the greatest skate shoes of all time, right? Like, they just inspired so many other designs, and they just like, you see those shoes and you think of an era, right? That's my number 5. That's my 5th man.
I mean, man, great pick. I was thinking so narrow-mindedly, but like the Koston 3, that shoe is so freaking out there. Man, the schemes, yeah, good pick, man. That's a great pick.
Now, I will say this. I will use this opportunity to give a shout-out to what I thought was the coolest sneaker back when I was getting CCS catalogs back home in Missouri, which was the Muska, because I think it had that pocket in the tongue.
Yep.
and I was just always captivated by that ingenuity. But for my last pick, I'm going to go once again off the board. This is more one of my favorite players of all time, and I'll go with the Nike Tim Duncan line, just because of the fact that as boring as he was in real life, his shoes kind of had a certain sci-fi appeal that were really out there in terms of their design. And yeah, anytime I can give Tim Duncan some love, I'm all for it. So that's my last pick.
But now we have our sixth men or woman.
Yes.
I'm gonna go balls deep. I'm gonna go Brett Favre, man. The weird cut. Just because I like the Zoom. I like the Jet Turf so much. It's my favorite turf shoe of all time. Yeah. I mean, I like that shoe so much. I don't own a pair. The second that thing comes back in even a crappy retro, I'll buy it. Like 2012, I played myself not buying it working at Foot Locker. But I stared at that shoe on an 8-hour shift that I hated for like days. I was like, damn, that's a cool looking shoe. So, yeah, Brett Favre line. Nike.
All right. My backup, six man? All right.
Yes.
I'm going with the greatest shoe of all time, Chuck Taylor's.
The
Favorite
Rubberman.
shoe. Favorite shoe.
This is why we're the Sneaker History Podcast, because we give you that historical context. Nice pick, Nick.
What's your deep cut?
For my last pick, I will go with the Nike Mercurials Ronaldo number 9s. That's the chubby, bucktooth, mohawk Ronaldo, not the Greek god who's slowly pivoted to now being referred to as Cristiano. I'm on to you. We all knew you were trying this Ronaldo thing, and it didn't work for you, Chris, so I'm glad you kind of pivoted backwards. But the one true king, the one true Ronaldo, that is my pick, because I do need some cross-sports functionality with my starting six, if you will.
Hey, I
Good
think we all
choice.
have some
Good
crosses
choice.
because Nick has skateboarding, I have football, you have football. I think we've got
Football.
some cross stuff in there.
Yeah, it's a good variety. Good variety. I'm pretty happy with my choices.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough because obviously Jordans are Jordans, and you could wear those every day. But there's so many shoes out there that just thinking of some of the stuff that we left on the table too. Like you got the KD line, the Ewings, the Pippins. I mean, the Rodmans, Vince Carter. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff out there. Shaq.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck,
just-
Vince Carter.
yeah.
Man, I mean, I like that Zoom Jet Turf a lot, but I forgot about Vince Carter. Vince Carter probably would have been that sixth pick. Oops.
Well,
No, I was surprised
yeah.
no P-Rods either.
So I
'cause
thought about P-Rod, but at the end of the day, like I think I'd wear that Koston line more than I'd wear the P-Rod line. Plus, I'd rather have diversity in my starting five. Yeah,
portfolio.
So,
Hey, Nija's off to a good start too. So I think Nija has a pretty good looking signature line in Nike SB.
That's what I was going to ask you. For, let's say, the signature lines where we have less than 3 pairs, is there anybody that you think is trending towards the right line, so to speak? Because I know you guys both mentioned Nyjah.
Less than 3, man. That's
I mean,
hard.
I think Nyjah's the probably the future of like skate footwear in a lot of ways, right? Because he's also he has the ability to tie in like these other nostalgic silhouettes the way that they are with this they're kind of doing like a what is that, a Zoom
it's like a Spirit on.
the Spirit on kind of hybrid or whatever, or like the overlay kind of look to it. And generally speaking, I think like he's been arguably the best skateboarder since he was up here in Davis with dreads down to his waist, he's been the guy. I mean, I know that like there are other great skateboarders, but I think he's still so young too that there's no telling how far it goes. And if he becomes kind of this rock star that he already is, but like outside of skate and sneakers, it's just mind-blowing potential, in my opinion.
Yeah, somebody said he's Kobe as Koston is to Jordan.
Yep.
In terms of like the analogy. I'm going to say Donovan Mitchell. I was watching Inside the NBA, and a weird stat, in 28 playoff games, he has either 4 or 6 40-point games, and that ties the Jazz record of Karl Malone, who played like 116. So if you're doing that already, and you're on your second shoe, the third one kind of just leaked, you're onto something there, player-wise. So I think by proxy, the shoes.
And the way
Derrick Rose,
Luka
right?
played this year in the playoffs too, right? Like there's got to be a signature shoe. There's got to be a whole. They've got to be thinking about it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I was going to kind of mention. He seems to me to be the best player that Jordan Brand has signed in terms of not even entering close to his prime. And I think the bar is very high that even though right now they're putting all their eggs in the Zion basket, Luka's going to get a signature shoe, and we just hope it lives up to the player's caliber.
All right, well, that pretty much wraps up for this episode. Let us know your starting 5 signature sneakers. Give us a 6-man. Drop them in the comments. Thanks for watching, tuning in. Check out the links for some discounts on Sneaker Throne, discounts at Prospect, and anything else that we gotta. Robbie's phoning a friend.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yes.
Sorry, KD.
Man, put that man's head away.
That's all I can see after you mentioned that. So, anyway, you can find me on Instagram, RoAtM13, on Twitter at Roheezy.
I'll just pick
Robbie,
up the phone to
how about
tell
yourself?
people you can find me at RAHBEE702.
You can find me at Nick Ingvall on all the platforms. More importantly, make sure you're following at Sneaker History on all the platforms. And do us a favor, like this video, hit subscribe, all that fun stuff, and leave a comment. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.